What is up, guys? So today we're gonna be having a little bit of a Pyke replay. This is gonna surprise y'all a lot because this isn't Pyke support. It's not Pyke mid either. You probably think it's Pyke jungle, but it's not. It's Pyke top. And the reason I'm doing Pyke top is because Pyke top is one of the most underrated roles for Pyke. He's so good in the top lane as an assassin, as a solo assassin, just doing his thing. He can counter most matchups in the top lane. He's just really effective from there. And you guys are gonna kind of see how this lane goes. He tries to face me one-on-one. That's a horrible idea. I get out of his minion aggro and I just attack him. I've got electrocute, and that allows me to freaking do a ton of damage, especially early game. And yeah, I'm kind of playing around the bushes. You're playing more of like, I guess you're playing kind of a Rengar top role, but it's much more viable than Rengar top. I'm not gonna go ahead and say Pyke top is extremely viable. It has its limitations, but it's a very good flex pick. So here we're just gonna get Yi, just bother his meditation. I don't know why he's even. First of all, Yi top isn't the best, but it's extremely viable too. It's kind of the same role Pyke is in, but I feel like Pyke is still even better right now. Here he goes in, we counter him easy with our, I think it's called the, I forgot the name, it's our third ability. But yeah, we just counter him with that. Mundo comes to gank, we're just gonna E out again, so third ability. And we ended up almost dying here, but we were able to get plant, recover health. So then we see Mundo, we see Vi, and kind of give that kill. Well, we stole the kill at the end actually. I thought we were gonna give the kill to Vi, but we stole it. We get a first kill, which is really helpful. That's first blood. We're level 4, halfway there, almost to level 5. We've got red buff as well from Mundo, so that's another plus. And I think he recalls here. Yeah, he does, so I take his plant. Use our third ability to get out there. Or our dash. So here we're just farming out. I kinda wanna bait E, I catch him. And then as soon as Vi knocks him up, we do our combo. And we stun him and we just get an easy kill there right outside of this town. Easy kill, I didn't have to even use my ult. And so we're 2-0 at this point. So if you check what we buy, we were going for lethality first, or well, in this game is armor penetration, and PC is lethality. I think there's a little bit of a AFK delay there. Do apologize for that. But yeah, we got a Ghost Blade. We were probably waiting for the gold. That's what it was. Pretty common to do. So if you have a Ghost Blade, and if you check, he only has a Zeal. We're kind of already ahead, right there. I was trying to identify where he was going. I realized he was going mid, but the minion wave tower that was crashing was more important. There wasn't anything substantial that was going to develop there mid. I don't think Caitlyn was gonna die. If anything, he died there, as y'all saw. And then Vi didn't have anything really substantial. I think he got Mundo with the ult. Nothing I kind of needed to be there for. That's why he kind of stayed top. He was down, he had just respawned, getting to base. So we took a plate. We almost took a plate. That's the last auto attack. I had thought we'd taken the plate. It's okay. We have the advantage here, right? So, Pyke, whenever you have the advantage, you just want to be ultra aggressive. Because you're an early game champ. Yeah, exactly. So just punish him. Anytime he goes in like that, we're just gonna punish him. We got our 3-0. What we did is we went for that little bush plant with extra health. And then I didn't know there was a ward there. Kinda sucks. That would have gone on Mundo. But we went to help get Seraphine. But you're so fast with Pyke. I missed the hook. Kinda sucks. But you're so fast with Pyke and you cover so much ground quickly. It allows you to get those hooks off, right? So here, we hook Thresh, but it hits the wall. Kind of funny. Hook does so much damage. We gave Mundo the Rift Herald. Could have stopped that, but we got Thresh again here. Seraphine. Can't really get her. But we do get Jinx. And we're gonna flash out. Our team's gonna be able to finish up and clean up, I believe. But we need to get out of there. And here I wanted to grab Seraphine, which we do. We get that kill. Then we try to recall, but we obviously can't. Here we get, I thought I'm dead, but not like we get this done. We get out of there with a dash. And we're just running. Because yeah, Mundo can chase down. At this point I believe we're 4-0. Yeah, we're 4-0. And we get Dustblade again. A second, I believe, yeah. So yeah, we start building towards that Dustblade. I mean, the team was doing pretty decent. 13-3. Morgana might die. Actually, no way. Oh wow. Nice, very nice. Here, we're just fighting he I don't know what he's doing at that point. He's obviously way behind us. And just has no reason fighting us, right? And so that's just leading up for us to get easy kills on him. And that's kind of like how we snowballed at that point. We started snowballing much earlier in the game. And then we kept on snowballing. And we're still in the early to mid game. 7 minutes. So there's not much that they can do in terms of containing us. So the dragon fight here. He does a pretty good job securing the dragon. Killing Mundo. I don't know if they get anybody else. Oh yeah, they get Jinx. Maybe Caitlyn gets Thresh with the ult, but I don't think so. Here we just kept on pushing. And you can see he comes for us here in the back end. So that's why we waited for him to Q first, to Alpha Strike first, because that allows us to, he'll chase the Alpha Strike. So when he's in the middle of the Alpha Strike phase, it'll chase everything. So there's not really a, it'll end up landing in the last area. So if we dashed out, we were able to get out there in time. That's kind of what we did with him. And then Mundo just came to clean up. Nothing surprising there. We got our Dustblade and our Proto Belt. So we are snowballing ahead of everybody. We were the most fed on the team, essentially. Caitlyn was doing really well too. So was Corki, surprisingly. Yeah, we had the most gold in the team. Maybe, okay, Corki was actually beating us with a couple gold, but I mean, he's an ADC. So we snowballed really well. So then, here, once you're this fed, you kind of just want to start rotating and affecting things anyways. That's what we kind of try to do here. I try to close in here. I get CC'd heavily. It kind of sucks, because I would have gotten a kill if it weren't for the heavy amount of CC. Mundo knows. But here, we dash, auto attack him, and then ult him. So we were able to stop that recall and kill him. Here we're going to try to hook Mundo, but this anti-CC just doesn't let us. You'll know. Mundo jungle is a pretty good force. Y'all seen it in my previous Mundo jungle video. It's a pretty good option, honestly. here, I mean, just again punishing E for pushing up. He'll get away this time because he has his ultimate, but I mean, we're still able to one-shot him. But we're at 10 minutes. Pyke kind of starts to fall off a little bit, not to the point where you're not doing enough damage, but he did fall off a little bit. Like here, you see, I can't really kill these guys. I don't have a way. I get CC'd. I missed my ult, and yeah, that's what happens. You can't really do anything there. I got chased down, and yeah. So there's situations like Pyke is definitely not good against tanks. So if they have a tanky lineup, Pyke is not an option. But it's a lineup where, like, if you're taking on an ADC top, for example, or if you're taking on an assassin top, then Pyke is a really good option for the top lane, right? And if they have really immobile team, like an immobile team that's more mage based and stationary ADCs, like Nash, Jhin, and Pyke is really good. But he can still impact the game in many other ways than carrying. That's why he's such a unique type of support. You can be pretty behind, but you can still impact the game as a support as Pyke, or as even a top laner, or any lane that you play with Pyke in many ways. And they were doing pretty decent here. They got shut down at the end of the little push. Caitlyn and Yi had an interesting fight. I think Yi wins it. No, okay. My bad. I meant to say I think Caitlyn wins it, even though it looked close. Morgana here put up a really good fight against Jinx. Their other Jinx just wasn't good. I don't remember the score exactly. 4-8, yeah, it's not playing well. Crookie was dominating. Here we missed the hook badly, and we get punished by Thresh's hook. So pretty bad turn of events. And you're just really squishy, so at this point in the late game, you're gonna have to be very careful what you do with Pyke. Vi was kind of like the front line, and those little anti-CC crap. And yeah, that's a deadly combo right there. Like the briefcase and the hook, that's definitely a way to die. Here we were trying to pull Jinx. I think that was the goal, if we would have pulled, but pretty simple to get. So here again, couldn't really get anybody. Closed out. We got her this time, and we shut her down. And that was really important because I took her out of the fight, allowing us to push through. And here we were going to go in for the kill on Thresh, but they took care of that. And then we execute ourselves from the tower because we're just dumb.
Is under attack.
Caitlyn does a good job pushing. And at this point of the game, I mean, once you have your 3 items on low grade 13, I'm not looking to be the initial executor. Like, I'm either looking to pop somebody off, come in from the side, and pop somebody off, or I'm looking to engage and get out, kind of like a Cannon-esque, not really Cannon, but Cannon-esque type deal, or not a Shen because Shen's a tank, but maybe a Shaco type deal, but not really. Looking to engage, start something, rile it up, get out. CC the target of interest, right? Like the ADC or the Fed mage or whatever. So here I'm kind of waiting. I can't really do much. Like, let's be honest. But here I pull Mundo out. And then I create a play, because I get an ult on Thresh, and I'm able to get an ult on Mundo. We kind of create a play there. We pulled Mundo out because he was doing a lot of damage, leaving Thresh isolated, and Thresh isolated doesn't do damage right there. And we were able to stun Mundo, stun the Thresh, get the kill, get the other kill on the Mundo. It's making the play like that. Obviously you guys can see I didn't help my team in the beginning. That can be an issue, right? If your team can't hold itself, then your Pyke doesn't have as much usability here, feasibility to play with. Here we're just trying to be aggressive. So I just messed up our hook many times with that play. It's pretty good on his part. Kind of hook Mundo to take his thing away, and then we gotta kind of run because we know we're gonna get stuck here. Here, we're able to do a 1-for-1 hook, but it's not worth in the sense of us because we don't get a kill, we lose two, and the team dies. So it's not a good trade-off. I could have much rather kept my life and would have had at least a double kill there, right? Here, Caitlyn does a great job of killing my Jinx. Morgana's pushing. I believe the Herald is theirs, yes. And so yeah, they get a tower. But, I mean, they're kind of stuck with Morg. He pushes in. I don't think he gets two though. I think he just gets one. I could be wrong. Morg was fighting. They did a pretty admirable fight. She definitely wasted their time, which didn't allow them to get double pushes. We come in and we just slaughter him too. And we even save the tower, which is kind of funny. So yeah, that's kind of what you do with Pyke at late game stages. You're kind of like a late game type of assassin. You're early game carry and a late game assassin, right? So in the early game, you're looking to really impact the game. Roaming, getting fed, snowballing, pushing, all that you need to be doing in the early game. Because if you're not, your late game potential isn't as bright, right? Because at the floor, Pyke is just a late game assassin. And so here we were able to stun her, but she has her snare and that really hurt us. So you see, we're so squishy that we died like 3 things. It kind of sucks to be Pyke. Like here, I can't really help my ADC. That's the issue with Pyke. You can't support your ADC in a traditional role. So like, yeah, we're kind of stuck there.
Turret lost.
And here I'm just trying to get Mundo shield off and stuff like that because I don't want him to start engaging me. And here, Mundo was late. We were able to get Jinx. I'm able to rotate. And I'm able to try to kill Seraphine. I thought my ult was going to proc in time, but it didn't. And she lives. But we end up winning the team fight here. She's not able to use her ult properly. And we're able to get in the team fight. Mundo's a big chase, but it's Mundo, so I'm not surprised it's a big chase. It's smart to just leave him and start pushing out lanes. And Baron is probably the best option here. I'm not going to get to it in time at all. They have really nobody else. They have no globals. Yeah, that's a given. The best thing Mundo can start doing is clearing that wave. Which, I mean, Mundo's wave clear is pretty decent, but it's nothing special. So we get Edge of Night, 4th item. And that's really going to help us with any CC so we can actually go in without being too scared. Yeah. So the learning curve with Pyke here that I want you guys to analyze is your roles change drastically. We steal that. We're messed up. But your roles change drastically from being a carry to a facilitating piece. Here, at late game, you become a facilitating piece. Like here, we get Mundo out of the fight again. Stun, Jinx, and Mundo. Just causing a ruckus, right? Here we die, but we essentially, we get 2 kills, I believe. I believe Jinx dies as well. Yeah, she does. And then that caused a chaos. And that chaos led to the backdoor, because they didn't have enough people to stop the backdoor. So, I mean, yeah, Pyke top, or Pyke in any role is just a ruckus, right? You just want to stop the team, right? You want to create the best lead for your team, whether it's carrying in the early game or being a supporting role assassin in the late to mid game, mid to late game. I just want to go over my build real quick. So what I kind of use for Pyke is this roaming support build or the assassin support, or jungle assassin. Those are kind of the builds. We kind of tried a different build, but it was essentially a combination of, our build was Dustblade, we did this, we went with Umbral Glaive, which I'll explain why in a second, and then we went with Dead Man's Plate, which I'll explain why in a second. So Ghostblade, pretty self-explanatory. Dustblade, same thing. Umbral Glaive, when you're roaming as Pyke, if you're going to be roaming a lot, you may want to take this. It'll avoid that spotting by the enemy wards, so you can just use your pool, and you can just go in peace and be the most sudden and gank really well. And then Edge of Night, it's pretty self-explanatory, but the armor protection plus the spell shield is really the cake on icing on the cake here. Spell shield really helps you in the late game, especially when you can die easily. Dead Man's Plate's the interesting one people understand, because Pyke doesn't get health, but the more health you get, the health gets converted to the 80 in armor pen, but the more health you get when you're regenerating health, the more regeneration you can essentially get from it. So like if you get knocked down 50%, you may not get full regeneration, but with Dead Man's Plate you can get closer to it. You get more regenerative bars. And plus the speed boost was really good for Pyke, just giving you this very good roaming type build. But yeah, it's kind of like our build here. Runs pretty self-explanatory. I think we took Electrocute and Weakness. And I think we took something else for top lane. For top lane, I would probably take either Ultimate Shield or Nullifying Orb. And then Sweet Tooth isn't bad if you're playing support, but like here, Nimbus Cloak is a good option. There's a couple good options. Hunter Genius is a good one. Pathfinder. Runes don't matter as long as you're taking either Electrocute or Aftershock. I recommend Electrocute with Pyke. Aftershock is feeling a little lackluster, so yeah. Well, yeah, that's essentially our Pyke build, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, just comment down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.